how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. It's like the drive in the afternoon, but on Old School.
Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. Raph, we are here at Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street, from Customer Appreciation Tailgate. Raph, Fort will be here in a second. We got the thing going on. But, dude, it is game day. Almost. We have one more sleep until game day. One more sleep. Cornhusker Bank at their beautiful facility.
This is awesome.
Oh, dude, you look at the ambiance, everything that's going on right now. Raph, I'm going to ask you this right now, man. I'm going to ask you this.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask Jake. And I know Jake is over there just chilling, hanging out.
Look at that guy.
But, bro, we got one night until sleep.
Yes.
3 p.m. tomorrow night. Nebraska volleyball, first of all, took care of business last night in Champaign, Illinois.
John Cook.
A sweep. They took care of business. Sweep, whatever you want to call it.
Sweep them. Get out of here.
Absolutely. But we are glad to be here at Cornhusker Bank, 83rd. No, folks, come on down.
It's awesome out here.
Come down. We will have, yes, all sorts of things. Larry the Cable Guy, Dan Whitney. We call him Whitty. We call him Whitty, as we always
He's probably driving right now.
Yeah,
what's up, Whitney?
He's down here right now. 83rd North, Cornhusker Bank. Raph, beautiful night. But tomorrow's temperature is going to be much different to the nights that we have.
95 degrees.
95. Raph, how does that play into the game tomorrow night? Actually, tomorrow afternoon.
Well, right now, if you're Nebraska, you're saying, glad we switched sidelines this year.
You dang right.
A little bit of shade, happiness, electric. I like the 3 o'clock kickoff.
I like 3 o'clock. I'm going to ask you this, fans, on the text line, let us know. Do you prefer 11 a.m., 2:30 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 p.m.? What do you know? But I like the 3 p.m., Raph.
I like it's a sweet spot. I like it 3.
It is a sweet spot, but dude, it's going to be hot tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
Like crazy hot.
And
tomorrow.
we're in October.
Yeah, it's October. But it'll be crazy hot, but it'll be good.
Yep.
But at the same time, folks, again, come down to 83rd No, Cornhusker Bank, a major teammate of the drive.
So cool.
The ticket, the whole station, etc. But we are pumped to be here, and we want to thank them for the hospitality they have for us right here. And also the venue. We want to give a shout out to the venue. For the food they have.
Ritter and Barkley.
Yes, we have pulled pork, etc. right here. We got Nick that showed up in the house.
Is that a big swim shirt?
Yes, a big swim shirt with the polo going on
right
there.
It's so watery.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He's coming in. Tomorrow's game. Okay, first of all, we're talking about tomorrow. Rutgers. Jake, you're here with us right now. Jake, how we get this set up right here right now with the Cornhusker, though?
This is a good setup right now. How do we get the setup?
Yes. How do we get it? What's the genesis of the connection with the Cornhusker?
How does this work?
We have been here for the last couple of years. It's usually before the first game of the season. We pushed back to October because of some conflicts they had here, but work with Carissa here, work with Jay, work with Barry, of course, a lot of great people here at Cornhusker Bank, and we always love having this remote broadcast the night before a football game. So this time in October, but it's been a big thing. And by the way, if you want to stop by, just a reminder, if you are in the area, we got free drinks, courtesy of venue, we got free food. And as you mentioned, Larry the Cable Guy will be here at 4:30. 4:30. But we also have in front of you, AD, a signed Will Shields jersey.
Yes.
So if you are in the vicinity right now, sitting down, if you're at the bank and say, you know what, I'm here early, we got slips for you to put your name in the bucket. We'll draw about 5:50. If you're not here, that's fine. We will call you when we are done, and we can pick it up from the station. But we want to hook it up. So food, drinks, Larry the Cable Guy, Will Shields jersey. Beautiful weather here before it gets hot tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
It's a good time.
Yes, it is.
That's why we're here.
And let everyone know that I've never lost a 2-on-2 basketball game with Will Shields.
Did you always beat him, Ralph?
No, we're undefeated. Me and Will would team up. So Will, what, 6'2", 6'1", probably?
Yeah, give or take.
He'd say, Raph, I'll take care of the rebounds. You just make 3-pointers. I'd miss like 5 in a row. The greatest rebounder I ever seen in my life. I mean, Charles
Will
Barkley
Shields.
has nothing on Will Shields.
Well, by the way, Jay Foreman is on his way. He went to the station by accident. He told me that he's on his way, so he'll be here shortly. But you asked about Rutgers tomorrow, AD, and this is a game it's going to be hot. Rutgers is a team that likes to run the football. They're physical. Their defense is good. It's not as good as it has been in previous years, but still very good. And they were fortunate. I mean, they beat Washington by 3 points at home on Friday night last week. And don't forget that, and Washington missed 3 field goals.
Yes.
Washington out-yarded them, about doubled their yardage on the road. And Washington's not a great team. I'm still surprised they're a 2.5-point favorite against Michigan tomorrow at home. That's a different story in itself. Yeah. But Rutgers is a team that is 4-0. They do have a nice win against Virginia Tech this year off the bat.
Yes,
the same VOD Tech team that should beat Miami, but also did lose
Right.
to Vanderbilt. So they're kind of Jekyll and Hyde.
Right.
What VOD Tech team do you get? But you can't take that away from Rutgers. So I'm not a big fan of the quarterback, Callie McManus. He's not bad. He's just average. But Monangai, the running back, is really, really good. And if Nebraska can contain him and continue to not shoot themselves in the foot with turnovers, which has been great this year, then Nebraska, I think the line at 6.5, 7 points is correct for this football game.
Well, to piggyback off of Jake, come down and sign up for a chance to win a free autographed Will Shields jersey, given away at 5:50 today. You don't need to be present to win to take care of that. But go back to what you said, Jake, right there. You know what? Rutgers is a team that scares me in the fact that they're special teams. Greg Schiano, in my opinion, is our modern day. They're Virginia Tech. They play Beamer ball. So what they lack maybe in talent as far as depth, they get it done in special. You said that this morning, though,
I did,
Jake.
yeah. They're kind of nasty.
They're nasty. They're nasty.
They don't have the athletes that are going to see first-round picks, second-round picks. They don't have guys that are like that, but they have the intensity knowing we want to be a good team. We got to do it our way with tough physical defense and elite special teams.
Yes.
They block kicks.
Yes.
They're not the best return team, but they do the things that people don't want to do. They go above and beyond to do the unsexy things and block the kicks because that's the way that they can make advantages here.
Jake and Nick, I said Nick.
Oh, Big Swim.
Big Swim's over there. I'm just looking at him because I'm so used to it in the morning. But Jake and Raph, I'm going to ask you this, guys, right now. Because of their special teams, what is your biggest concerns with us right now? Because Greg Schiano, obviously with Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he was with those guys for a couple years. And then he's been at Rutgers for a number of years right now. Those guys, 71, is that the number right there?
71.
71. Am I right on that?
Yeah,
Yep.
71
You're
block
correct.
kicks in his tenure,
Yep.
both before and after it, Rutgers, I believe.
And you look at the Achilles heel that Nebraska has right now. And it's, first of all, this is no disrespect to John Holman because this is a kid that was thrown. And I think, and I'm not saying a lot of Nebraska fans, but sometimes he gets thrown under the bus because it's like, why can't he make it? We have snapping issues, we have protection issues, etc. Does it concern you guys tomorrow if it comes down to a 4th and 9, 4th and 8,
Yes.
4th and 10? What are you guys' thoughts on that part of it right there?
I think everything tomorrow, anything under a 4th and 5, I think we're going for it.
I totally agree. I don't know how you can't because the thing is, even if John Hull has had a good week in practice, it's mentally it's a mental thing at this point because sometimes it's like the yips at this point. It's not just him. Now he's got to worry about is the snap good because it's been a collective issue. John Hull's the one that gets blamed when the kick gets blocked
And
or
it's
it gets
not
missed.
all on him, man.
But if the timing's off, if the snap is low or high, the laces aren't right, he's the one who gets blamed. But it is an entire operation. So that comes back to the fact that if this is going well in practice, but the first snap of the game at a kick, whether it's extra point or field goal, is off, guess what? He's triggered saying, here we go again.
Right.
Because he's prone to that too. You have to have, every position in football or sports, you have to be mentally strong. But at kicker, man, you're on an island. If you miss it, it's like, wow, man, you let the whole team down. You're out there for 4 kicks a game.
And it's not all on him.
It's not always on him.
Raph, if you're in a situation with Nebraska right now and you're looking at a 4th and 5, 4th and 8, what are you doing right now?
I think anything over 4th and 5, we're kicking a field goal. Anything within 4th and 5 or less, we're going for it. I mean, that almost the way you got to play it. Like, you don't want to – I understand you want to put your field goal team out there to overcome this, but, like, last week I was looking at this game. I'm thinking these block kicks. Luckily, there were no like blocked and returned back for 6 points. I felt like if we were going to lose that game last week, it was like it's going to be from a block kick, a kick six, and we don't want to see that. I understand we want to get our field goal team out there and overcome these issues, but you don't want to give up 7 points, 6 points by a blocked kick. So I think anything over 4th and 5, we attempt field goal. Anything under, we're probably going to go for it.
Okay, think back to last year, the Purdue game. Okay, Purdue blocked 2 kicks this past week. The thing that changed last year's Purdue game was Nebraska blocking a field goal and scoring for a touchdown.
Yep.
And that changed the whole game. Nebraska wins by 17, 31-14. So you're right, Raph. You're fortunate that both those kicks were tackled right away. Buschini made both tackles. The holder made both tackles.
Yeah, that game last week, I was like, the only way we lose this game is if we lose it on special teams. Thankfully, the block kicks did not cost us, but I'm thinking to myself, if one of those blocks comes back, they pick it up, kick 6, it changes the whole momentum of the game. So I'm just thinking tomorrow that if it's anything under 4th and 5, you got to go for it.
Okay, so if it's 4th and 5, it gets deep in the game. Nick, I keep saying Nick, but Nick is on the side over there.
Good looking dude.
He's good looking, Nick. Yeah.
Uh-oh, Nick's coming in.
Come on in here.
I don't have a headset for you.
So Jake, I'm after you this, man. If it's 4th and 5 and we're going deep into the game, it's 4th and 5, 4th and 6. Are you going to the kick or are you going to go for it?
Well, you got to go for it. I mean, at this point, once again, if it depends how the game's going. If Nebraska has been attempting kicks and making them, okay, then go for the kick. But if you have once again kicked in the game trying to get your kicker confident and he's missed it, there's no earthly way you can go for a field goal kick. Yep. Now, 4th and 7, you got to think about that. It also depends, AD, Raph, if how the offense is moving the ball. Yep. If you've been moving the ball not very well and 4th and 7 becomes very difficult, then that's a conversation you have to have. That's not pleasant, but you really hope it doesn't come out of that because this is a team right now that is very good. Nebraska's a good offensive team. They're good defensively, but they are very, very they're way below average. They're bad at special teams, and I can't imagine what's going to be like living as a Husker fan if you've got a good enough team to be at the top part of the Big Ten, but this one area is crippling you so poorly that it's causing you close games. And so, thankfully, so far it's cost you only 1 against Illinois. But this is a game that could easily come down to the wire, and it's going to be very important to not just have good kicking, but punting, punt return, punt, every part of that, and none of that's been exactly proven to be successful for Nebraska this season.
I think also, too, I want to say this, that I think this game falls a lot onto the defense. Like, I think if Nebraska can make Rutgers one-dimensional, I say if we can shut down the run game and if Kelly McManus wants to beat us passing, so be it. But I think the first priority for Nebraska's defense tomorrow is shut down the run game.
You have to. I mean, again, Monagai is probably right now a top 5 running back in the country. I think Genty at Boise State is obviously the best. Ollie Gordon's had a rough year. He's still a top 5 back. Yeah. But Monagai is just a guy the last couple of years has been exceptional. And he gets 20-plus carries a game because they know they can. He can handle that. He gets stronger as the game goes on. And that's why he's dangerous. He doesn't really have the breakaway speed. You haven't seen him have the long run. He has had some decent runs, but he can get caught from behind. But I was watching that game last week. They were backed up at their own 1-yard line. And he broke tackles. Yeah. He had about a 45-yard run, just breaking tackles left and right. And that's what he can do.
Amon Green said this morning on the show, his yard after contact, he leans forward a lot. And that may not be a thing in the first quarter that it leans on you, but in the 3rd and 4th, that leans on you when a guy is consistently getting 2, 3, even 1 yard after. Folks, Old School is sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Folks, steaks, everything meat that you need is by Mercado, certified by Piedmontese. Raph, I'm going to ask you this. I know Nick's on the side over there. He's just on his phone. He's a Gen Z.
Yeah, he's Gen
Z.
Yeah. Always on his
Jake,
phone.
he's a Gen
Who you
Z.
texting,
Always
Nick?
distracted.
Who you
He's
texting?
always on his phone.
Social media, texting.
Yes,
He's always
he's
working.
always a
He's
Gen
always
Z.
working.
He's always
I'm
a
sure
Gen
he's
Z
working.
guy.
Grinding.
He's always grinding as far as that goes. He's
Grinding.
always doing that. You guys, I'm bringing that back to this point here. We bring back the special teams again. If you're Nebraska right now, I'm thinking about this. IGC is a guy we have not talked about a lot.
Since the first game.
Not a lot.
He played well against UTEP, and since then been very quiet.
Absolutely. But he's sure-handed.
Yep.
You need a sure-handed guy back there returning punts, returning kicks. How important will IGC be tomorrow?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, Rutgers has a rugby-style punter.
Yes,
that's what they have. They like to take the snap and run for a little bit, and then kind of do a low punt that bounces. So he's going to be imperative. This is going to be a windy game tomorrow.
He's got to feel the
It's
punt.
going to be blustery.
to 25
If you
winds.
let that
Yep.
ball go by you, it can run for 40, 50, 40 yards because it's just a runner, especially if it's downwind or even into the wind to a certain extent. That's dangerous. So the way that Rutgers punts is going to be difficult to field that ball and easy to muff that kind of stuff.
Right.
So,
And with the winds, Jake.
yeah,
The winds.
It's going to be blustery. It's going to be that type of punt, especially, is going to be really challenging to field and deal with tomorrow.
I'm going to ask you this, Raph. We got Jay in the house as well, the Hall of Famer. We got Nick here at the house as well. We are 84th and O Street, Cornhusker Bank. We appreciate their hospitality. We appreciate the venues providing the food and all the rest of that stuff. Old School is sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese as well. Again, we got IGC, a guy we have not heard a lot about over the past couple months, past couple weeks here. Raph, how important will it be for IGC to field punts, kickoff returns? Hot day, a lot of wind. Raph, what do you think?
It's gonna be windy. It's gonna be windy. It's gonna be windy out there. You got to catch the ball. You got to eliminate the not catching the ball and letting the ball dribble down the field for another 15 or 20 yards. Possession's key. You got to. I mean, I just think of it like this. You've got to make Rutgers. You've got to make Rutgers one-dimensional. You've got to shut down the run first. I know Jay Foreman, the Hall of Famer, the legend.
Jay, what do you think?
You've got to shut down. You've got to make them one-dimensional. One-dimensional, Jay?
Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to get to break. We're going to let Jay hop in.
One-dimensional.
We're live at Cornhusker Bank.
Jay Foreman, the Hall of Famer.
When we come back, Jay
Free
Foreman's
autographs.
hopping on. How
Yeah,
about that?
Free autographs tonight
Jay
only.
Foreman hops on next on Old School here on the Ticket Live from Cornhusker Bank.
The Hall of Famer.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stop by our 93.7 The Ticket Studios this Saturday, October 5th, to get your pregame grub on with the help from Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Charles and his team will be set up on the sidewalk with ribs, brisket sandwiches, pulled pork, pulled chicken, mac and cheese, baked beans, and potato salad, all available for purchase. Make pregame plans to stop by our 93.7 The Ticket Studio to get filled up on Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul this Saturday, October 5th, before cheering on the Huskers.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful, with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work, to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
The Rabbit Hole Bakery, located at 8th and Q in the Haymarket, is the ideal place for fresh breakfast items or desserts made daily. Cream puffs, cinnamon rolls, carrot cake, sweet potato pecan cookies, brownies, blondies. Do I need to keep going? What about bread pudding with homemade bourbon caramel sauce? Stop by the Rabbit Hole Bakery at 8th and Q in the Haymarket today to satisfy your cravings. And if you're looking for larger group orders, they do that too. Order ahead on their website at therabbitholebakery.com today.
Hello. Thanks.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's most dependable side-by-side, the Mule Pro, built to take on your most demanding days. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of October. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Stop by every Saturday for their Husker tailgate with free food, drinks, and games.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers? Check. Chips? Check. Icy cold beer? Check.
Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of health care, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Smooth as ice cream. What up, we're back. I am in effect. This is Jay Foreman. Got AD sitting in here. We are old school. We're coming at you live from Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street. We appreciate their support. Come join us out here from 4 to 6 p.m. Free gourmet hors d'oeuvres, barbecue, drinks, and also we got our sports talk. We got Larry, the cable guy, joining us around 4:30 to entertain and get us ready for the Rutgers game tomorrow. Also come and sign up for a chance to win a free autographed Will Shields jersey to be given away on air at 5:50 p.m. today.
Yep.
don't need to be present to win. I'm going to tell you a story about Will Shields.
I want to know it.
Okay,
Jay.
here's the story about Will Shields.
I want to know it.
And I hope everybody's listening. You know, when I came in, you know, you hear about Will Shields, and he's very, like, you know, quiet. You know, didn't really say much.
Right.
And so I remember, you know, me and Mike Rucker, you know, would talk, you know, after, you know, Mondays after a game. And so within a couple weeks, Carolina had played Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, hey, I'm just going to let you know, you know, Will Shields be wolfing. I'm like, really? It's our Cornhusker brother. So we're playing in Kansas City. It's hot. It's like going to be like tomorrow.
Right.
Right. 95, right?
Yep.
And the second play in the game, they ran like a little inside zone.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's the feeling out process.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, we get into each other. It's like just trying to feel each other. Like, you know how the boxers kind of jab a little bit. And Will, you know, we kind of just, you know, hit each other, kind of, you know, I'm walking away, little nudge. He's like, I know, you know, I did your boy last week. You next, right? Right? No, I mean, this is a true story. I said, what? He's like, you heard me. You know what time, right? And here's the best part. He's like, you know what time it is? And I was taken back by it, you know, because for everything I heard from Coach Tennifer, you know, rest in peace, and everything, Will Shields, he just kind of just went about his business, and, you know, he had his glasses and everything.
And he's very businesslike.
Very businesslike.
Very businesslike.
So I was like, oh, maybe he was just trying to, you know, just joking around a little bit. Let me get these bugs off you a little bit, right? So we, you know, a couple plays later, we did it. And he said the same thing. He's like, I told you I'm gonna be back, right? And AD, you know me right there. I was like, oh, it's on. Dude, it is on. So I'm gonna tell you what, me and Will Shields went at it for 3.5 hours. From that play on,
it was on.
It was on.
It was on.
Now, it wasn't anything dirty, but we went at each other like no other. And AD, here's the thing. We were in TV timeout. I'm looking right over there. I'm talking junk right to him. You know, like, hey, you know your boy. So, listen, if you can come out here, sign up, and put your name in, even if you don't stay and you win a Will Shields jersey, it is well worth it. He's a Hall of Fame player, and better yet, he's a Hall of Fame dude. I coach basketball. We played at a Will Shields field or Will Shields like gymnasium,
his complex, right?
Complex down there in Kansas City, first class. And it was really cool to be there and had his jerseys up there and stuff like that. Everything is done first class. His son Siobhan was here, a great basketball player.
Played basketball
see Will,
here.
And every time I see him, it's always great to see him. He's very businesslike, so forth and so on. But you know, it was me and Ruck always laugh about that, man, just because Will's an OG. We weren't here around, but let me tell you something. It was like Clash of the Titans out there, AD, and that's what it's going to be tomorrow.
Jay, it will be. And you think about Will Shields, we said hot mic. We got a hot mic on there. Yeah. And you know the good thing about it, we didn't say nothing crazy on
we got hot mic.
We got
let the mic be hot.
Yeah, let the mic be hot. We always keep it copacetic on there. And Jay, you think about a guy like Will Shields. My freshman year was Will's senior year, and Will was at Lawton, Oklahoma.
Right.
So you think about all the talent that came out of there. Mike Minner.
Right,
Minner was out of there. And the running back that played for Oklahoma, what was his name? I can't think of his name. The running back that came out of
James Allen.
Yep,
James Allen. I played with James.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mike Minner, Will Shields, the Brewer.
Yep.
That played at Oklahoma as well. That played from
that was like a little hotbed.
It was a hotbed. And Jay, I'm gonna tell you this right now. When I was the ball boy for the Nebraska football schools, they had with Charles Thompson, obviously, obviously our Charles Thompson that played here at Nebraska.
Right, yeah.
But his father, they had a thing around their neck that they had headbands that had Hanta Yo. And Hanta Yo in native language means clear the way.
Oh, okay.
And so those guys all came up here for the Nebraska football camps when we were obviously years ago, Jay.
Right.
Because I'm 50 and Jay, you were 48.
48, yeah.
48. But they had those headbands that had Hanta Yo, clear the way. All those guys were up here, and Will Shields and Coach Osborne. And here's the thing about it. That's the beauty of those football camps because Coach Osborne identified talent when they were in high school.
Right, yeah.
And so Will Shields is one of those guys. And Jay, to my knowledge, and I read this during Coach Osborne's, it was 2 years ago for teammates. It was at Memorial Stadium. Will Shields, I didn't realize this, Jay. He never missed a game.
Oh, no. Oh, you didn't know that?
I had no idea until 2 years ago.
Yeah, he just stopped playing.
I had no idea until 2 years ago that Will Shields, the great Nebraska guard, Hall of Famer, I didn't realize he had never missed an NFL game.
And, you know, I heard that in college, and I knew it in the pros, and I was trying to match that. And then I didn't miss a game until I had a snap, crack, and pop
You
with
didn't
my
have a
leg.
choice.
I didn't have a choice. But that lets you know, and Will Shields didn't miss any practices or any games here at Nebraska. So you got to think he's the picture perfect player of all in.
Yeah.
And when you think about, we're playing Rutgers tomorrow, and we got about 12 minutes here, and I know we were talking about the kicking game and all this other stuff. You got to be all in. This is a game where you got to play every play to the maximum. And then when you do that, then they will break. And the one thing I will say this, I know that, I got a ton of respect for Greg Schiano. I got a ton of respect for what he's done at Rutgers, especially back when he had the really good teams before he went to Tampa Bay. And, kind of like Matt Rule tried his, hand at the, NFL thing, came back to college, so forth and so on. He's really got those kids on that team bought in with the idea of playing hard. And I call it playing hard is the 80-20 rule, where you play hard and do the things you need to do, low penalties, no turnovers. You win 80% of the game, 80% of the games, leave the other 20% up to coaching and then obviously increasing your talent level. And that's what he's got them bought in to do in a very short time in this new age of college football. But I think sometimes people get playing hard confused with toughness.
Right.
Like that, there's two different things. Now, Nebraska plays hard. Rutgers plays hard. But just because they're based in New Jersey and Rutgers and all this other stuff doesn't mean that they're overly tough, right? And that's not taking anything away from them. And tough is different ways. Are you tough physically or are you in a combination tough mentally? Where Nebraska has got to impose their will on them because we know we'll play hard and we're tough enough to do it. Impose their will. How do you be tough mentally? Continually not making mistakes, letting your overwhelming athletic ability and skill set overtake them,
right,
and break them. Rutgers has some weaknesses in offense and defense. They have a really good running back, a capable quarterback. They've done a really good job of curtailing their offense and defensive scheme to their personnel to the maximum. And here's what I mean. An offensive line that are big maulers. So when you look at their inside and outside zone run scheme, it's almost like a delayed draw. Remember when Barry Sanders used to run it?
Right.
It's like a delayed draw.
Right.
So what you do is let your offensive linemen get on guys and let the defensive linemen go where they may, and then they put the onus on Kyle, their running back, to make the right cut. And he's really good. He was really, really good. This is a little trick here for people listening out here. Here's a little tip.
Yes, listen to this.
Here's a little tip. When you listening over there, man in the bucket hat.
My man in the bucket hat.
You listening?
He's chilling over there too, man.
Okay, here's the little tip.
He got incognito over there too. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. Here's the tip for tomorrow. When the Rutgers running back runs to the right, that's when he's more effective. He's more stick the foot in the ground and get north and south. Where he struggles at is when the play goes to the left or he's forced to the left. Why is that? Because generally when you're a quarterback, you like to run your handoffs here. Right. And you like to pass here. And majority of the time, you're running to the wide side of the field and you're giving them more space. And the better part of their offensive line is from center, right guard, right tackle, a decent left tackle. But what he's doing is he really gets like forward, north and south, going to his right, or the defense's left, offense's right. When he goes to the left, he's trying to dance a little bit, and that's fine.
Right.
Now we got to really own our blocks, get off our blocks violently, and haul butt to the ball, and everybody arrive with bad intentions, and we'll be okay.
Jay, you mentioned that, and there's Jay. Let's just bring this out, man. There's been folks who have talked about the 3-3-5 and the intricacies of it right now.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get into it because, it's a prelude, right?
Yes.
Hey, listen, we got a bye week coming next week.
Yes. A much needed one, too.
We have got some I've got some stuff coming out there about the 3-3-5, 3-4, 4-2-5, 6-2 stack monster.
And Jay knows all of this.
Hey, 7-1-3, whatever area code you got,
Jay,
we got a defense for you.
Jay, put their minds at ease, and we'll talk about that as we go on. But, Jay, as I was traveling last week, I was in Montana, I was in Chicago, etc., and people were talking about, what is Tony White doing this 3-3-5? And, Jay, the thing that bothers me the most folks couldn't tell you a 3-3-5 between a 4-2 or Tampa 2, or regardless. Jay, you're going to break that down. There's nothing wrong with the 3-3-5.
There is nothing wrong with
the 3-3-5.
3-3-5.
I get tired of hearing
and
that.
Here's the thing about it. The 3-3 here's where really the light turned on for me. I came in the league and played in a base 3-4 with Wade Phillips.
Yes.
Right? And
one of the best.
Wade Phillips, one of the best. And it's literally it's a 0 technique and 2 5s. And we kind of moved around with Bruce Smith and Phil Hansen and Marcellus Riley and Pat Williams, all that, right? Then I played in a 4-3 with Greg Williams, and I played an outside linebacker, and you ran from anywhere from a 46 defense. We ran a 4-2-5 defense. We
Out
ran
of different disguises.
Different disguises. We ran a 3-3-5 defense back then.
Right.
And then I went to Dom Capers down with Houston.
Right.
And we ran a supposedly 3-4. But a lot of times, depending on who we were playing, we ran 4-3 fronts.
Right.
Here's when the 3-3-5, right? It's no different than the 3-4, except for you have somebody that's an in-betweener that's playing kind of like a rover linebacker that can run, and you don't have to sub against a really good tight end or a really good slot, and he's able to play the run and fit. And what you have to really, really look at defense to really be simple. Doesn't matter what defense you run.
Right.
You can run a 4-3, 3-4, 3-3-5, 4-2-5, a 5-2 back in the day with Roger Thomas and all that.
Yep.
You have to be strong and disciplined up the middle.
Absolutely.
And when you look at all the defenses, whether it's at Nebraska, Alabama,
doesn't matter.
The Pittsburgh Steelers back in the day,
absolutely.
The Ravens when they were really really good,
absolutely,
or the San Francisco 49ers when they had Patrick Willis and all them. You have got to be strong up the middle. You have got to be good up the middle. It doesn't matter if you played in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or in this present time, you have to be strong and disciplined up the middle. Why is that? I feel the big yards, how you can attack a defense, an opposing defense, if you want to become explosive overnight, isn't throwing it up the sideline. It is dominating from hash to hash. That's why you have to be really good up the middle. The 3-3-5 allows you to do a couple things, AD. It allows you to be versatile. It allows you to be multiple. And the thing that makes the 3-3-5 go is you got to have guys that are really bought in and love football, because you're going to be put in positions that are not advantageous, right?
Yep.
So what that means is, for you people out there listening, advantageous is for me. That would be me always going up against a 205-pound fullback or a 260-pound guard. Well, when you get in the league, I'm looking at Larry Allen that's 330 pounds. I got to figure out find a way to feed my family, right? And so, so you better find a way to play football. And it puts you in a position, if you really dive into it with your mind, your body, and soul, you actually can be a more effective player because I can get on the move. I can bust you up and play big boy ball, but then also it allows me to use my athletic ability to the utmost, to the maximum, if I know what I'm doing and if I know what everybody else is doing. And that's where you really make the 3-3-5 go. Like, I know it's not normal in the Big Ten to run the 3-3-5 because the 3-3-5 became popular back in the day. And I remember it was a Thursday or Friday night game. Oklahoma was out there playing West Virginia, and West Virginia ran their 3-3-5. But it generally is for a spread team, but you can run it against teams that like to run, kind of like actually better against a team like Rutgers because they run a lot of 11 and 12 personnel.
Absolutely.
So also, I will tell you this before we go to break. Majority of the time, teams are in nickel. That's 4 people down.
Absolutely.
That's 4 defensive linemen down. And 2 linebackers. So the 3-3-5,
you start looking at numbers of that standpoint. What side of the ball? Where the numbers at?
College and pros, it's more nickel defense than anything.
That's right.
That's because that's the way the game's gone. So you got to be really, really, again, if you're going to play nickel defense against these offenses that know where they're going, when they're going, and what they want to do, strong up the middle, and you got to be very, very violent, and you got to be decisive on who's setting the edge, and then you got to condense the edge. That isn't the most important in this day and age of college football, whether it's run and pass. You have to be able to set the edge, know where you're going, because anytime you can condense the field, it eliminates offensive effectiveness outside of the numbers and who they can throw to.
Folks, you've just been taken literally through a master class of defense through Jay Foreman, 9-year NFL pro. when he talks about setting the edge, condensing the field, it's shrinking the field down.
All right.
We'll talk about that when we come back. Jay, take it as a break, my man.
Yeah, we're gonna go to break. Jay Foreman, I got my man AD sitting in here. We are old school, coming at you the new school way.
Yes,
out here
yes,
at 83rd
yes.
and O Street at Cornhusker
Yes.
Bank. We have our customer appreciation tailgate party barbecue out here. We got drinks. We got, of course, hors d'oeuvres and sports talk out here. Larry the Cable Guy is going to be out here soon. Actually, probably about the 5 o'clock hour. We'll get his thoughts and what he thinks of what the game is going to go like tomorrow. But then also, I think the really good thing with having Larry is he travels around the country, so we'll get a good idea what everybody's thinking in his realm of entertainment about Nebraska's program, because we're making some hay. But anyways, Jay Foreman, Aaron Davis, Old School. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this fall at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese at 84th and Havelock. This week's special through October 15th is $2 off tray packaged ground beef, $2 off hot dogs, 15% off cookbooks, and buy one, get one 50% off on hardcore carnivore seasoning. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Highway 2 in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hi, this is Jay Foreman. Join me, Old School, live from Cornhusker Bank at 83rd and O Street this Friday for their Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party from 4 to 6 p.m. Larry the Cable Guy will join us during the show, and there's free food and refreshments. That is this Friday from 4 to 6 at Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Starter Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches, even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Starter Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 6th, enjoy bone-in pork shoulder for $1.88 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, thick-cut bone-in chops for $1.99 per pound, and a half-hog bundle all month for $199. Call 402-486-6611 for a custom cut and wrap. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's most dependable side-by-side, the Mule Pro, built to take on your most demanding days. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of October. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with large selection of motorcycles and side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Stop by every Saturday for their Husker tailgate with free food, drinks, and games.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
The Mill Coffee and Tea, formerly with only 4 Lincoln locations, now 5 Lincoln locations. That's 25% more locations than there used to be. Can you even imagine a world where there's only 4 Lincoln Mill locations? Feels like ages ago. We were all so young then. The Mill on 11, located right alongside the 93.7 The Ticket Studios at 1040 O Street.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, Aaron Davis. You see him over there doing what he does well, taking pictures with the kids and all the people out here. We got a quick segment here before we bring the man of the hour, which is Larry, the cable guy, or we know him as
Let's
Dan.
slide Nick one of these. Nick, grab his headphones, Nick.
Nick, you trying to come in here, dog?
Come on, man. Come on. Jay, I'm going to ask you this, Jay.
You going to slide in here, Nick?
I don't know. Am I supposed to?
No,
yeah, we'll bring you in.
Absolutely.
I guess.
Jay was wishy-washy on it earlier.
Yeah, wishy-washy. Kind of suspect.
Yeah, you know.
Wishy-washy. Jay, I'm going to ask you this because, Jay, I really want you to break this down. Me and you have talked about this all fair. First of all, me and Jay go back 30 years, first of all. And Jay and Mike Rucker stayed at our place with me and some guys, our roommates back in 94.
Yeah.
Especially
Playing nights on the couch.
Yes, we're not going to talk about the things that took place during that time.
Negative.
But what I am going to say is this. So, Jay, you're a connoisseur of the game. And honestly, and Jay, we're on the air. But at the same time, this is real talk. This is something I wouldn't say. It's nothing I wouldn't say off the air than on the air with you. You are one of the best defensive minds that I've ever met because you're a student of the game. Jay, put some of the folks at ease that talk about the 3-3-5. They're talking about this is not for Nebraska. It can't be the Big Ten. Now, we know the disadvantages, the cons of the obviously the 3-3-5 is a good offensive line and a running game. Yeah. But, Jay, just in a short segment, school and educate the folks in a layman's terms of the 3-3-5, how important linebackers are.
Yeah.
Okay. In the 3-3-5 defense, going against a team when you got a running back like Monangan. He's a good back.
Yeah, he's a great back.
But
I think he's probably,
number 3 in the country.
I think he's the best back in the Big Ten. And I think
2 years straight.
2 years straight. And I think Ohio State has a dynamic duo, but I think he does more with less. And I believe and it's not biased, I think the linebacker position is the lifeline of any really good or great defense because you're always at a disadvantage in the run game or the pass game.
Right.
Run game, you're going against bigger guys that are bigger, stronger, which is the linemen. And in the pass game, and with the evolution of tight ends, you're going against guys that are normally more athletically gifted and bigger than you. And so whether the 3-3-5 or 4-3, 3-4, 4-2-5, whatever, you got to have really, really good linebacker play. Now, the 3-3-5, I think it can work to Nebraska's advantage. And I think it's easier to recruit to than the 3-4, which we saw with Bob Diaco, which is extremely hard to recruit to because you have to have dudes out there, NFL dudes coming off the edge. That's why you see Alabama having success at it. In the early in Kirby Smart's career or in his tenure, he ran a 3-4 because they're able to get those guys.
Right.
Those guys that
Right.
I always say, an outside linebacker that can really do havoc in the outside in the 3-4 is a unicorn. It's like a number one pick in a quarterback. So then when you have a 3-3-5, it allows you to use a Jay Foreman if I'm really technically sound on the line of scrimmage. And then if I'm more versatile, I can play back in the stack linebacker position. If I'm smart, I can cover in zone and sometimes in man or short zone or short man. And then it allows you to get another athletic and maybe more skilled and faster guy on the field to fill some of those run gaps. The thing that makes this defense go when it's really, really humming is it's effort, it's physicality, but more importantly, it's discipline.
Exactly.
The discipline comes from knowing what, in this case, if we're all three playing together, I know what Aaron Davis is doing. I know what Nick Sanders is doing.
Right.
Therefore, I know what I can do without even thinking and going out there making plays. And so, we'll get into more detail because, we got some stuff coming out on Jay Foreman's YouTube.
Yes,
make
indeed.
Sure we want everybody to subscribe.
Yes.
Because we're going to be playing. Yeah, it's a shameless plug. And I will tell you this: that we're gonna act a fool. You got the Black Shirt for Life T-shirts out there. You can get on Jay. Hold on, we'll keep going. It's jforeman44.com.
Are we collabing?
Yeah, we're collabing. jforeman44.com. We'll be giving you guys picks. I have the Steve Stevens money management model if you guys want to make money off my pick. But the 3-3-5, I get it. Everybody thinks the 3. And look, I will tell you this. This is
I'm going to say this before you point.
Yeah.
BJ and Wichita, thank you much. He goes, good job. He goes, Jay, next level stuff, and you simplified it. Kudos. Yeah. Jay, that's the beauty of having a person like you on the air in that you can make the complicated very simple. That's the thing I appreciate about you, Jay.
I appreciate that. I mean, that's
Jay, that you do that, though.
That's our job. And I think I will say this for everybody out there, Nick, whether you're on a 4-3, a 3-4, 4-2-5, a 5-2, 46 defense. Tampa, doesn't matter the coverage. Every defense and coverage has a weakness.
Right.
Now, what makes the 3-3-5 go is you have to be it allows your athletes to be athletic. It allows the guys that play hard and be physical, allows them to do that.
Right.
But you got to know what you're doing. And the most important thing in the 3-3-5 when you're trying to have a bunch of speed is to bottle in the offense so that speed and power and physicality can just run and cause havoc and hit people. And so everybody's worried about the 3-3-5 after Illinois. The Illinois was essentially, you remember Marvin Hagler?
Yep.
He's the only boxer that ever got to warm up and punch himself in the face.
Yep.
And he went out there and beat everybody's butt.
And beat the smoke out of Sugar Ray Leonard.
And that's it.
Yep.
Now, nobody else has been able to do it.
Right.
So equivalent is Nebraska kept punching himself in the face by losing the edge or setting setting the edge and then being able to condense the edge. And so therefore it was some run gap. They have now since nullified that because of the way they were playing the inside-outside zone against Purdue, against another Maccabee, a running back that gave them problems, which is kind of along the lines of Kyle Manahay, who Rutgers has. And so I think what Nebraska has to do is they have to get off to a good start. It doesn't matter what front they're in, Nick. And I want to ask you this. We're going to bring you in because I know you've been sitting over there just waiting.
I've been waiting.
Yeah, here.
Here I am.
Hey, I feel like Larry, Lenny left out. I'll put my sunglasses on too.
Would you like me to take mine off?
No, AD got his on.
Right.
There we go.
Nick, I want to ask you this from a young fan's perspective, real quick before we go to break.
Yeah.
What is more concerning to you? Nebraska getting off to a good start and stopping the run, or them being able to create pass rush against Callum McCannis because he passes a lot more than you think with the Rutgers type of running game.
Well, you might remember when Ethan Caliac-Manis came into the game for Tanner Morgan when he was at Minnesota a couple of years ago.
During COVID, right?
It was during COVID, and people might remember that was the roster that was so heavily depleted with Minnesota because of COVID. They were missing
like
30 some players. I think the exact number was 36 that they were without during that football game, and Tanner Morgan was horrible.
Yeah.
Nebraska looked like they actually had a chance to beat Minnesota and PJ Fleck. They switched quarterbacks to Caliac-Manis at the half, and then he's able to lead them to a come-from-behind victory against Nebraska. That was without a running game of Muhammad Ibrahim that day. There was no deadly Minnesota running back.
Rashad Bateman was still there.
Right. So when you look at this season with Caliac-Manis, Nebraska, they've generated pass rush, but if you take away the Colorado game, it looks a lot less sexy. It looks a lot less exciting. Nebraska has not been able to generate the type of pressure that I think we were expecting for some of these guys to make the jump from the from last season to now this season. I mean, think about what we were talking about. And this is not a slight or a dig, but it's going to come across as one.
Well, then it is.
Okay, then it is. We're talking about two potential NFL guys on that front line.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen a whole lot of consistency in terms of disrupting pass. Now, Jay, this is maybe from a defensive perspective. Maybe a lot of the times, and I can compare it to like Damian Daniels. Damian didn't make up a lot of noise, but he freed a lot of things up for the linebacker room. And we see this year now with John Bullock. He's been running around like a madman. So I would ask you, is it more on the defensive line not generating pressure, or are they actually doing their job, but guys are game planning?
I think people get too fixated on the sack numbers. I think I think they could do a better job getting more pressure on the quarterback, but then also it's also circumstantial. You know, when you think of UTEP, they beat them really bad. Colorado, they played they got pass rush and they did everything they needed to do. So that's a check in they did their job. And then you think Northern Iowa, they were able to generate pass rush, but it was a holistic team, and you saw Bullock and Bear and all those guys get it. So then it was more or less a schematic thing, and then you play Illinois, and then that's the kind of outlier, right? Now, when you're not playing well against the run, you're not in the advantageous positions to rush the passer.
Right.
Then I feel like Purdue, they started to kind of turn the corner a little bit and do some things. So I think here's two things that work that's a factor. Number one is circumstances based on, we got off to a good start, and so guys aren't playing as much, and we've been able to play a lot of guys. Number two, with Ty and Nash, they're two guys that teams are starting to focus on. So you're starting to see, whether it's Jamari Butler, James Williams, you saw MJ Sherman last week, and against UTEP in Northern Iowa, you saw Willis McGahee get in there,
right?
And you saw Princewell knock the quarterback,
McGahee,
right? And so you saw some guy, you saw the depth there. So when everybody's trying to fixate on the guy against potential NFL guys, but there's been a lot of other guys get busy. So I think, everybody's expecting the pass rush of, whatever the best pass rushing teams out there. I think they've done good. I think they can get better, but also I think they've also made some strides. You don't see it in the stat sheet because of circumstances, and also the team is playing better offensively, so you're not getting as many chances.
I know we need to get to break, but here's what I'm curious about from your perspective. A lot of people are asking, what happens on 4th and 5 if Nebraska has that situation, right?
Yeah.
All those are hypothetical situations that maybe we don't want to talk about. Here's what I would propose, and I want to bring to the topic of conversation. Will we see Nebraska call differently on 3rd and medium? And that's what I'm getting at is, do we see maybe more of a conventional play call on 3rd and medium to get them to where if they don't get if it's 3rd and 8, they get 4th and 2 instead of 4th and 8.
Oh, well, that's going to be predetermined if they're where you're at on the position of the field. I do think I do think Coach Rule has more confidence in the kicker than the outside and the low hanging fruit people do, because
they see it every day.
Well, and also they understand it's a snap kick hold.
Right.
So I think they're going to stick to game plan, and unless it truly becomes on the kicker, I think they've been working hard diligently to get that nullified. So I think that they're going to still be able to game plan. But I think if they're rolling offensively, I'm all for it for going, for it and for it. So Good question there by Nick. Obviously got my man AD sitting in here. We're going to take a quick break. We got Dan Whitney, a.k.a. Larry the Cable Guy, coming up at the top of the hour. Jay Foreman, Aaron Davis, Old School. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Gentlemen, it's time to elevate your style with something from our men's jewelry and watch collection. Why not treat yourself to the ultimate in luxury? We've got an incredible selection of pre-owned Rolex watches. Even those hard-to-find models you've been dreaming of. Whether you're stepping up your game day look or adding a touch of class to everyday wear, our top-tier collection is sure to impress. Stop by Sartor Heyman and discover the perfect piece to reflect your unique style. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too.
My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own.
Always in the driver's seat, huh?
Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot.
Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop.
Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, Husker Nation. This is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top-quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Question for you. Would you rather pay $150 a month or $15 a month to work out with the same high-quality gym equipment? At Planet Fitness, you can get top-tier equipment for $15 a month. Plus, save $28 or more when you join now during our Strong Choice sale. Our weights weigh the same, you just don't pay the same. Enjoy free fitness training and 24-hour access at most clubs, all in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. See club for details.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We're back. Jay Foreman, Aaron Davis. We are old school, but we got my man in here. And you know what? I will tell you what. Every time I see you, dude, it brightens my day.
Well,
Yeah.
we love Jay Foreman and AD's here.
That's right. That's right. All right. I'm gonna tell you this, man. You know, I know that. I don't think we'll get in trouble because we're on live radio. Do we got to put you in the middle so we get the Oreo?
Hey, it's 2024. We got to break you in, right, brother?
Anyway, look like a double stuff.
Double stuff. Hey, man. Hey, Dan, we can welcome you to the club, right? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you have him eating soul food and collard greens after a while. You know what I'm saying? Dan, what is like? I like collard greens. I like chitterlings and a little pigback.
Yeah, that's right. Right there, we know you season your meat.
I went golfing with AD one time. It was really hot. Sun was out. He turned maroon. It was unbelievable.
Hey, Dad, I wanted to, before we get into any Husker talk, more importantly, man, the most important question, how's the golf game?
Golf game's getting better.
Yeah.
Except today, I went to Firethorn. That thing's haunted. That place is haunted.
That place is not a relaxing round.
I've been anywhere between 78 and 82. Every time I go, I won my first tournament with Brandon Crick.
Yeah.
The Greenville BMW.
Oh, I remember
79. I shot a 79 on Friday. We took the crown. I got a trophy. But I went out to, let's see, I've been all over, but I think my last 3 scores were 77 and 81 and 80. Then I went to Firethorn today, shot a 95.
That's Firethorn.
It's haunted.
It's Firethorn.
It's haunted. They need to fire everybody out there.
Well, Dad, I always say at Firethorn, the people that they have cut in the rough is like one of our kids out there, and they forgot to put the mower down.
Let me tell you.
They forgot to put the blade down.
It's for sure. But I'll tell you, here's the thing about golf. I love it. I hate it. Golf reminds me of the DMV. You know, after about an hour, I want to punch everybody around. You know what I mean?
Well, have you played with Jake Sorensen yet? No.
No, I have
You'd
not.
be wanting to punch,
Hey,
you'd be
Woody,
wanting to punch him in his face.
I heard that Jake has a simulator, and the other day he had to let 4 groups play through.
Dan, I wanted to
That's
ask you.
what I heard about.
Dan, he can play.
Jake.
He can play.
Jake's
He
like
can
he's like a 1.3 handicap.
Yeah.
You know, Jake, I'm the only guy in tournament golf. First of all, I play a lot of those pro-ams. And I'm the only guy in tournament golf to ever make Golf Channel and Court TV on the same day. You believe that? That's right. That's why I wear golf gloves, not to help my swing, but to get rid of all the evidence. No prints.
I like that.
There'll be no fingerprints.
Right.
A lot of people have names for their driver. I've named my driver Exhibit A. That's what I named my driver. I'm telling you.
Dan, I know you travel a lot. Obviously, Nebraska's gotten off to a decent start, actually a really good start based on what we've done in the past. What's from the people that you know, obviously in the entertainment industry, but you have friends in former athletes from all walks of life. What's the vibe that you get about the Nebraska program as they sit 4-1?
Dude, everybody's fired up about
Right.
it. Here's the thing: everybody's fired up. We got a great coach. He's so good with people.
Yeah.
He's, he was in my golf tournament. He's so approachable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a regular guy.
Yeah.
I love the
Yes.
guy. I love this coach that we got. And what's his name again? I'm like kidding. I love Rule. Rule's awesome. I think we got a great AD. I think Troy is a fantastic AD. But around everybody that I just know, comedians and going out on the road, they all say the same thing. Boy, it's good to see Nebraska on the road back.
Yeah.
Good to see him on the road back. Because everybody knows we're on the road back. Here's the thing about Nebraska. We have been, for the last 18 years, I guess, 20 years, just when you get your hopes up, it's the same old, same old.
Yeah.
And it's not the same team. They're growing. They're learning. It's way better than last year. But I think people came out and they read this, and they think, you win your first 3 games, you already got you. Well, what's Nebraska looking for the playoff? It's like, wait a second, we got 8 games left.
Right, absolutely.
You don't jump
Absolutely.
the gun. We're probably, we're a good team, and we're getting better. We're going to get better and better every year. Just lighten up. Let them play the game. Everybody's all been Rutgers. Well, after what happened that first half in Indiana, and it's not fans. Here's what I say. I don't think it's fans like our age,
Right.
I think it's the younger
Younger
fans.
ones. Yeah, they just want you to go from.
They're thirsty.
They want you to go from the cellar to the penthouse overnight. Yeah,
and
right.
it's not going to happen. Give the guy, the funny thing, I saw something about, after the first half of Indiana, I went on some of the boards, and it was like, well, what do you think? Is this the coach? I don't think this is the guy. We need to, who they got. And you already saw coach thread start.
Oh, yeah.
I'm thinking, are you kidding me?
Ridiculous.
These are guys that are so fat. They just sit on the couch and bitch. They can't, they got to pee in a Gatorade bottle because they can't get off the couch critiquing everybody else. You know what I mean? We got a good coach. We got a good program. Kids want to play here.
Yeah.
Dylan Raiola's made friends with a lot of kids. I just saw a kid from Buford, Georgia's a 5-star coming in because him and Raiola are friends. Let it percolate. Enjoy what you're seeing. Enjoy good football. You're still going to have some,
Ups and downs, right?
Yeah, they're going to be fine. People need to chill out.
Dan, I think that the funny thing is, we were blessed enough to be here in a historical time in the 90s, and I was blessed enough to be at three national championships, and then yourself. It was great to hear your story about how you started. And I think the great thing for where you're at right now, how you can really evaluate a football program or any business because you've been there before.
Absolutely.
Do you go back when people are asking you, do you go back to say, listen, Larry, we know you, I know you as Dan, we know you as Dan, but Larry the Cable Guy didn't just happen overnight.
No, that's
you know
a great
what I'm
question,
saying? Can you
Jay.
just dive into that a
That's
little
a great
bit
question.
on how everybody looks at the end product, whether it's Jay
process.
Foreman leaving college, Jason Peter, and Dominican Sue, they don't remember, or never hear about
At the Funny
stories.
Bone in Omaha.
At the Funny Bone, or like when I was thinking about quitting, talking to AD about man, I want to go home.
Yeah.
Talk about some of those times because even though you're a superstar, it's no different than this program.
Forget Funny Bone, coconuts in St. Petersburg, Florida.
Oh, so okay, with that, Whitney, I'm gonna ask you this: the times you bombed, no one knows about, and as Jay Little Bro was talking about, Tell us about the times you bombed.
Talk about the times you were
Well.
thinking about, you know what, this isn't for me.
We're not talking about
Well,
toys, all the
let
movies
me-
you've been in. We're talking the times where you went out there, you left out the back room like, what am I doing?
Well, AD, look, I've never bombed. I've always cut me a little credit here.
Okay, maybe not up to par. We'll say that. Not up to par.
If I was a baseball player, I started in AAA. This bomb BS. Talking about bombing.
Okay, Winnie. So we'll take our golf talk. We can't say it on the air because we talk about different vernacular with the golfing. So, Winnie, the times you left, you were like, maybe not.
No, listen. Many times.
Yeah.
When you first start out, you don't know what you're doing. You're not even doing your own thing. You're imitating other people's the way they did it, and so it takes you a while even to come into your own.
Right.
You know, Steve Martin had that book out, and he's right, and all comedians know this. It takes you a good 10 years to even
Wow.
get comfortable on stage to where you're like, now you can just go up and try new stuff, and it's old
Right.
hat, and now you're doing your thing. Now
Right.
this is what you do. You know, because you have comedians that you used to like, and now you start doing that style,
Right,
whether you
right,
that style.
right.
Takes about a good 10 years, and you come into your style. You just hit a point where you just wake up one day and you're on stage and you're doing your deal.
Right.
But many times I bombed. Many times I did a show one time for 2 people. They did the show, and they wanted me to go on stage. I said, I just took the microphone, sat at the table, and told these people jokes all night long. It was 2 people. But there was times, I remember doing a show in Miami Beach, and there was a comedy night and a dance club in Miami Beach. And they had the comedians go on stage, and the stage was behind the bar, and everybody was out there. So people would come up and get drinks, and they're all talking, and you had to go on stage.
And still do it.
I just walked off, keep the money. It's embarrassing. There were a lot of embarrassing times. But then you get a pocket, then you get good 7, 8, 10 minutes of stuff, and then you start learning how to write jokes, and you go up and you just keep trudging. You keep working at it. Don't quit. That's the thing. I liked it. It's like, for instance, let me say that, like, if you love it,
right?
It's like my kid. You guys love playing football,
Right.
Like my kid's a bull. He's a bull rider, right? He's
Right.
trying to ride bulls. But when he went down to see if he could do it, Cody Lambert, I called Cody Lambert down in Texas, and I said, look, my kid wants to bull ride. I don't want him to bull ride.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, I'll tell you what, bring him down here for 3 days. I'll
Right.
find out if he wants to ride. And then he told me, he said, the kid's got some talent, blah, blah, blah. But here's what he said. He asked him if he loved it. He said, yes, I love it.
Yeah.
And he says, don't ever do it if you don't love it.
That's right.
And I loved it. So it did. No matter how many times I bombed and how many times it was embarrassed, and the more times I did it, the less it got less and less embarrassing.
Right.
Because I was trying to work towards something. And so, man, it took a long time.
What?
I started in 1985, and I didn't start hitting until I started selling out comedy clubs around 1997, 1998.
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
So Jay, Woody, I'm going to ask you this, man. We'll bring it to the football aspect of it. John Holman, our kicker.
Yeah.
There's been some times he's had some troubles.
Sure. Yeah.
You got to look at the snapper, protection, everything else.
Yeah, you know what? Here's
You
the
got to keep kicking, just like you did. You keep kicking. You keep performing.
No, here's the deal on him. Okay, if he was a comedian, quit. No, I'm only kidding, John.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah. And the best part, he said it with a straight face. I was tuned in with it. I was like, here's the best part. I was looking at him like, hey, AD, here's the best. I was looking, he got some inside information.
No, here.
If you're John Holman right now, you've missed some,
right?
And everybody in the state is going, "Oh, it's all on him." You've witnessed that before. How do you deal with that? If you're in his ear right now, how do you deal with
Here's
that?
the first thing: get some thick skin. If you're gonna do this and you're gonna be a field goal kicker, just like if I'm a comedian, I'm gonna put myself out there. Get thick skin. Okay, get thick skin. Number 2, stay off of the internet.
Right.
Don't search for stuff because everybody's an idiot. Everybody's better than you, and everybody people who can't do
That's a great
stuff are
point,
always better than everybody.
And they got
else.
all
That's a
the
great
answers.
point.
Exactly.
Great
and
point.
just you've done it before, so you can do it.
Right.
So that's the basic thing. You just got to get your head straight. Athletics is all about the head.
Right.
Entertainment's all about the head.
Right.
Get the head straight. If you can block out all the nonsense and just do your thing.
Yeah.
That helps you out. So you gotta block all that nonsense out. You know you can kick. Just go out and eventually it's gonna come. But you can't constantly harp on it. It's kind of like a bad shot in golf. What do we do? If you harp on that bad shot,
3 holes.
the rest of the round is gonna suck because
Exactly.
you're still you get a bad shot, forget about it.
Right.
You got another one.
That's right.
And then just ease yourself out of it. Field goal kicking, field goal kicking has got to be the toughest thing to do in football.
Yeah.
Because they get they get glory
And then they get all the hate.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's no in between. I think the biggest thing is the one thing I learned, and in your business, it's the production team, right?
Right.
And your ability to have, the mics at a certain level, the lights at a certain level. Now, obviously, it's different when you're doing comedy, but you don't want to be on there and you come on stage and the lights are off. You don't see Dan.
Right.
I think the one thing that I guess the fans or whoever's on the internet, they don't understand. They're like, I learned this in the pros, and that's because I got in there as a rookie backed up on punt protection team in the end zone, and I took a dude too deep of a set, and Chris Moore, who's an old country boy from Alabama, he called me everything under the sun,
right?
Because if I set too deep, he's like, man, I will kick that ball up. You know what, right? Now,
trying to get in your head.
And then so I started to think about it, but it comes down to snap, hold, kick, and the process of it. The one other thing that allows me to really look at him, and I know he's a good kicker because of where he's been and where he came from, is I was the wing protector for a long time. Actually, every year in my NFL career except one on the field goal protection and extra point protection.
Right.
So I know how important it is of the snap, kick, and hold. Because when you got 3 guys rushing through 2 gaps and I got 2 arms,
right, that
snap, hold, and kick better be on point. So I think, like you said, the kickers get all the blame, but at the end of the day, there's other factors into it. And I think the good thing about it is, and we won't talk about any other coaches in the past, I think that Coach Rule knows that because he's invested in special teams. So he understands it's not all on the kicker. And I think and the one thing about kicking is, I know this from being in the pros, you make one, the next thing you know, you'll make the next 100.
Right.
And so I think once he starts to make kicks and the process starts to get a little bit smoother, then you start to see the talent that got him here, because it's not like he can't kick.
It's all a confidence thing. And that's why I say when I tell kids, when I talk to kids or people being to talk to kids, stay off social media. Stay off. If you're in the limelight and you're playing sports, stay off of social media.
Right.
Because every time you go out to kick and you miss, that's going to be in the back of your mind.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
And it's on repeat.
It is. And here's the thing about it. Listen to me, all you people in that position. Who cares what they think? They have nothing to do with your life.
Right.
They don't kick field goals.
Right.
They have nothing
They don't
about
coach
you.
you.
All they do is sit at home and bitch and bitch and
Right.
bitch
Over and over.
Don't listen to any of that. You know you're good. You're a college football player.
Right.
Obviously, you're good.
Yeah.
You're playing for University of Nebraska.
Right.
And block all the garbage out. Just go out and kick.
Right.
Go out and kick. You'll start getting in a groove. Next thing you know, you're
They'll anoint you as the next best kicker, man. I mean, look,
Absolutely.
I'll always say this, and before we go to break, there's not an athlete, an entertainer in your position, or any type of whether you're an announcer or anything, a speaker in ADs, that you haven't went through trials and tribulations where you doubted yourself or had to deal with adversity.
Absolutely.
So this is just a part of it. It's not the whole thing. Now, my view is, everybody points back to the Illinois game and everything. I feel like I'm a big defensive guy. We handle our business. We're not having this conversation. So we'll dive into the second segment. I'm putting the onus on the defense that I believe in to win this game.
Absolutely.
Because they should be the bell cows, because that's what we always did. Dan.
Absolutely.
And so
Absolutely.
anyways, we're out here at
Absolutely.
Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street, old school segment. We're going to take a quick break, come back, Rutgers game, defense, and winning the game with Dan Whitney, Larry the Cable Guy, Jay Foreman, Aaron Davis, we'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too.
My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own.
Always in the driver's seat, huh?
Yep. They set you up with the loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot.
Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop.
Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light breeze. Afternoon high around 79. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low around 58. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy and hot with a high around 95. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Greens at 402-467-4444 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-4444.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And electrical.
Riddles Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddles Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddles Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddles Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddles Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more. All at Riddles inside Gateway Mall.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We back? What up? We're back. We got Dan Whitney, Larry the Cable Guy, my man Aaron Davis. Second segment here, 5 o'clock hour. Once again, we're live in effect out here at Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street. Customer appreciation tailgate. We have plenty of hors d'oeuvres, barbecue, drinks, and obviously we got sports talk and good talk out here.
And you got Chris Raff over there.
You got Chris Raff with the Raff Roadies.
You know, I met Chris 25 years ago at an RV park. He was going through my garbage.
Yeah.
And we've been friends ever since. I've pretended to like him ever since.
The biggest raccoon you ever seen in your life. Huh? Yeah.
It's unbelievable. He looked at me and said, "You gonna finish these ribs?" I said, "No, you can have it. You can have it."
RV park.
You're right. Taking your charge. Isn't he? Right? He's like the people that go up there and take your charge, man. I love it, man.
Hey, Woody, he's engaged now.
Did you see that?
Get out of here.
He went down to Alabama.
He's engaged.
What's your best Alabama story?
He's Huntsville, Alabama.
Huntsville, Alabama. You got any ties?
Hold on,
Huntsville.
Before you say anything, hold on.
Wow. Yeah.
Tupelo, Alabama.
So Woody, you got to give a shout out. You got to give a shout out to Tracy. Right now, Tracy is his wife. Well, soon to be wife.
Tracy down in Tupelo, Alabama.
No, actually Huntsville.
Oh, well, Tracy down in Huntsville that we thought was Tupelo, but it is in Alabama. Get her done. And you're going to make the perfect couple because he's got 4 cavities too.
That's awesome, man. I'll tell you, man. You know, hey, listen, man. You know, the great thing about playing, you speak AD, then you perform everywhere. You have stories everywhere, and you meet people from all types of, all places, around the United States, obviously around the world. So it's great. Obviously, congrats to Raph and the young lady.
Absolutely.
But
man.
we want to give we hopefully will be able to give congrats come Monday, Dan, with his defense.
Yes.
I think I'm a firm believer.
Yes.
As this defense goes, the team will go. I think I think you know what? I think the Illinois game was a little bit of a cold water. Yeah, cold water.
Yeah, it was.
It reminds me of the time my dad kept telling me I needed to go to workouts. I was like, yeah, I get there.
Yep.
Well, he's like, I'm gonna make sure you get up. He came in with a cold bucket of water. Boy, I was dressing in and out of the house in 2 point, like Chuck Wheeler, 2 and 2.
Yeah, I think that was a good wake-up call last week. I really do. I think you're going to see a meaner, tougher, stiffer defense.
I do too.
This week, I really do.
Yeah, and I think the one thing about it is like we've talked about through our whole lives. You go through trials and tribulations, and just it could be, I don't know, subconsciously or consciously. You know that, hey, you're doing things. You might get away with it a little bit, right? And when you're in your delivery, you might not be as crisp, but people are still laughing. But then, sometimes it might not get the type of applause that you want. It was me, whether what I'm doing and you, AD, is the same thing, right?
Yep.
It's kind of the same thing. And sometimes you're like, you know what? I need to get back to the basics.
Yep.
Right? We got to get back to being nasty, fundamentally sound, and forget the outside noise, forget the crowd noise, the light show and all that. Let's get down to getting dirty and winning some games.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I would say this, Dan, I was telling AD this, earlier this morning. Like from my experience, when you hear about the guys that are tough, everybody's got tough guys, but a lot of times these guys are supposed to be tough. They're not that tough until they meet somebody that's actually invested in playing 4 quarters of football. I think sometimes in this day and age, since a skill set of playing hard is it's unique because it's not common. They confuse that with being tough.
Right.
And there's 2 distinctly things. You got to give them credit because they play hard, but that doesn't mean that you're tough.
Right.
And just if they do both, that doesn't mean that you can't match that and they can't be broken.
Right.
And so Rutgers has some holes. I don't know if you saw what Washington did with him.
Yeah,
He did everything besides win the game.
Well, Washington had what 7,000 yards offense.
Yeah, right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you this, Dan. I don't know about
a lot.
I don't know if you've ever
Unbelievable.
saw a young comedian come up and whether you mentor him and saw him, and then the delivery, you say, why would you ever have that delivery? I know Jetfish. And I don't know what he was thinking about on that field goal, going or in the 4th and 2 play, or in the week before.
Yeah.
Definitely that's a long ride home to Seattle after giving away the game against Rutgers. So I think Nebraska, if they handle their business, they'll be just fine.
I think we're 2 touchdowns better than them, at least maybe 17 points better. But here's the deal I want to ask you about. Have you been to the Testicle Festival up there off by Omaha? Have you been up there?
Or the roundabout? Or
is that what it is?
It's called the roundabout. I think it's called the roundabout.
The Testicle Fest.
Yep, the roundabout.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah.
I went. Have you ever been there?
I've never been there.
It's nuts. I'm not lying. I took my wife.
Did you partake?
Oh, we had a ball up there. I'll tell you what.
Did you eat them, Dave?
They're good. I'm not kidding. Yeah, but the crazy thing is, I came home and my dog was licking himself, and I said to myself, I said, hey, I said to my dog, AD, I said, if you think they're good like you ought to deep fry them. That's what I said to the dog. That's what I told the dog.
You said your dog was licking herself.
Now my brother,
he was awful happy to see you. Huh?
Oh my gosh! Now my brother, his wife's from
Can you imagine golfing with this guy though? So we go. There's always
that's how you gain some strokes on people, right? Start telling jokes, right? Yeah.
But Chris is his new girl's from Alabama. You know, my brother's wife's from Alabama. We call her Biggin. That's what we call her. And you know what? She is a Biggin. You know what she gave my kids for Halloween last year? Candy wrappers. I mean, that's actually when she got married. That's what the preacher said. We now pronounce you husband and Biggin. You now may lick the excess powdered sugar from the donuts off her face. That's what. But here's the thing about her. I'd like to talk about her. She's famous down in that part because she's the first person in the country in 2020 to be administered the Moderna chili cheese COVID shot. And then she ended up getting the 3 Cool Ranch boosters. So she was pretty famous.
I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, I'm gonna ask you this.
He met her in college, and that's the only reason why he met her at this sorority, Thelma Eta Theta, and he went to the Thelma Eta Theta. Thank you. So the sorority, Thelma Eta Theta. But he said, I only went to college because this college has 5 girls to every guy at the college.
That was a good choice.
And then he shows up. I'm like, whoa, he got all his in one clump.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big one.
All right,
I'm asking you this. Sorry, let's go back to football.
No, I'm asking you this. Okay, so Mater.
Just like tomato without the tuck.
You're Mater.
I'm the only guy, as a matter of fact, that put on weight to do voiceovers. That's how good I am.
You in training camp. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no Mater if you don't bomb first.
If I don't what?
If you don't bomb first, you don't have mistakes first. There's no Mater.
No.
So let me ask you this.
Ups and downs.
So I'm bringing it back. So you bring it back to Nebraska football right now.
Ups and downs.
The ups and downs with Rule and staff and company. Jay explained it. We've talked about it. What is the importance of them sticking to the process? Because you had to stick to a process.
Right.
What is the importance of sticking to the process? There's going to be dips. There's going to be valleys, etc.
Absolutely.
What's the importance of sticking to the process?
Well, this is the way I always saw it. You just keep going at it, work hard. The opportunity crops up, take the opportunity. As you're doing this, you're getting better and you're getting better and you're getting better and you're getting better. And when a big opportunity arises, you're ready to go.
Right.
That's what happened to me. I guess you could equate that to football. If you're not, say you're a second string, right? And you're working hard. There's somebody above you. You're working hard. Well, don't give up. Go, I'm not going to really play. Maybe I'll. But you keep working. All of a sudden, somebody gets hurt. Now you step in. You put the work in. You're ready to go. That's like me when I did stand up. I kept working and kept working and kept working. So when that time came,
You was ready.
I was ready for that opportunity.
So you're talking about ready. Jay, you were 7th string. We're talking about
Oh, yeah.
Jay, you were 7th string linebacker.
Oh, yeah.
7th string.
Whitney kept talking about working and working. Explain that, though.
It was a hard thing to do because when you're 7th string, I remember in the first couple of practices, I got 7 plays in practice.
Right.
I had to go see Coach Sam. I was like pretty much what I need to do, or else I might have to start doing something else. And the stick-to-itiveness is huge. And he was like, keep making plays. And what I did was I looked at everybody that was above me, which seemed like everybody,
Right.
and I saw what they didn't do well or what their advice was, right? Whether it was going out, bad academics, really wasn't committed. And then I just really lessened that and then kept working. I put in more tape. It was to the point that even during the season when I wasn't playing and redshirted, I was going up there and watching tape of how they practice.
Yeah.
So when I got in the spring, I knew I was ready because I got the mental reps, even though I wasn't getting the physical reps. And when I got the opportunity, now I was blessed or took advantage of the situation where Troy Dumas and Clint Brown both were seniors. So there wasn't a starter that was just ready to go in.
Right.
And
right.
so even though I was number 7 going in the spring, I still had ground to make up when I got the opportunity. And I would never forget it. It was the second scrimmage in the spring. One guy was suspended. Other guy had missed practice. Another guy, I think, that was out, doing too much. And I got in there on the second team. It was the third and second team. They just put us all in there. And I started. Whatever it was, I made like 4 or 5 plays in a row. Got in the third scrimmage. I think they were trying to see if I was actually for real. Knocked that out the park. Spring game. And then the rest is history. And so, you never know when your opportunity is going to come.
No, just work hard. If you love it, just keep working at it,
Right.
keep pounding away. And at some point, there's going to be an opportunity where you shine at it.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right.
And that's anybody. A good example,
anything.
Right. A good example is, I don't know if you watched him, Dan, is Sierra Wright. He came in. He came in from USC. Late addition to the transfer portal. Was in Space Jam with I think LeBron or whatever. And then he came in, and you're behind the 8 ball because you didn't go through spring. You're just kind of coming in right before camp.
And you were in Space Jam.
And you're in Space Jam. Right.
So you're already behind the 8 ball.
They're like, listen, if you act like you play, then you ain't playing. But you got to give the young dude some credit.
That's on par with Delta Farm.
Right. Yeah. Hey, right. What's the
Space Jam.
Yeah, right. If you play like if you cover like you do Space Jam, you ain't playing. But look, Tommy Hill has had a little bit of plantar fasciitis, and then he jumped right in the game.
Yeah, he did,
and was a spark. And then he came and played against Purdue and played excellent.
He played a great game.
He played it, and then now the best thing I always try to tell young kids, whether they're in high school and college, or high school trying to go to college, or college goes to pros, you always want them to have to make a decision.
That's right.
Because the more times that your name is up in that decision, the more times that they possibly could choose you.
Right.
So, Sierra Wright and other guys, whether it's, whether it's Ramir or anybody like that, Emmett, where Emmett stepped up last game where he got a chance, that's where you become a solidified component in a team. I think a lot of times people think like, okay, you just need a great quarterback, great running back, and a couple good receivers, and nobody ever gets hurt or nobody else is going to score any other touchdowns. But over the test of time, it takes a whole team to win games. And I think Nebraska's done that this year.
Folks, on Old School is sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. All your meats, all your cuts, all the great stuff there at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese is there right now. You guys, Jay, I'm not sure how close we are to break right now.
We're close to a break. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to let Dan pick
predictions.
We're going to do predictions.
Oh, all right.
And we're going to pick the Nebraska game. We know we're going to pick scores because we all probably going to pick Nebraska to win. And then we're going to do the drawing for Will Shields' jersey. And then we'll put a bow on this Cornhusker Bank Appreciation Tailgate. This is Jay Foreman, Mr. Dan Whitney, Aaron Davis. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stop by our 93.7 The Ticket Studios this Saturday, October 5th, to get your pregame grub on with the help from Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Charles and his team will be set up on the sidewalk with ribs, brisket sandwiches, pulled pork, pulled chicken, mac and cheese, baked beans, and potato salad, all available for purchase. Make pregame plans to stop by our 93.7 The Ticket studio to get filled up on Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul this Saturday, October 5th, before cheering on the Huskers.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of health care, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th. Paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey, bestie. Whoa, how'd you snag that awesome set of wheels? I'm in the market for a new car, too.
My friends at Members Own Credit Union. You're always in the driver's seat when it comes to your finances at Members Own.
Always in the driver's seat, huh?
Yep. They set you up with a loan that makes sense for your budget with great rates and top-notch customer service to boot.
Looks like we're going to need to make a pit stop.
Let's go. I'll drive. Hit the road to financial success and explore auto loan options with your best financial friend, Members Own Credit Union. For details, go to membersowncu.org/drive. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, $437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. October is pork month, so now through October 6th, enjoy bone-in pork shoulder for $1.88 per pound. Fairway's Hickory Smoked Bacon 16-ounce packs for $4.99, thick cut bone-in chops for $1.99 per pound, and a half hog bundle all month for $199. Call 402-486-6611 for a custom cut and wrap. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay. Playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What up? We are back live in effect out here at Cornhusker Bank again. We are old school doing our remote out here at Customer Appreciation Tailgate here at 83rd and O Street. Plenty of barbecue hors d'oeuvres. We have Dan Whitney, a.k.a. Larry the Cable Guy, out here.
He's got his food.
He's got his food. Hey, listen, man. Listen, we got to get the brother fed, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure. We got to make sure. You got a big day tomorrow. We got to be hydrated.
I'm wasting away.
Right. And we got a Will Shields jersey that we're going to
Which,
pull the
by
name
the way,
for.
makes a great napkin for this barbecue.
Yeah.
Will won't care.
Dan, we'll let you take a bite. AD, real quick, we're going to ask you, how do you think the game's going to go tomorrow?
28-21 Nebraska. That's all I'm going to say. 28-21 Nebraska. That's all I'm going to say.
I think it's going to be 31-24. I think it'll be a late score, so it actually will be 31-17 Nebraska.
And what'd you say?
He said
28-21
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
I think it'll be. I think it'll be one score game, but I think
Where did Barry go? Barry Lockhart. Where did Barry go? Barry,
where are you? We're paging you, Barry.
Cornhusker Bank. Barry, Barry? I want to put you on it real fast, man. Barry, first of all, we want to thank Barry and the whole
Barry,
family
for having us out
Barry,
here, like always.
Thank you, Barry.
Come in here, Barry. You got to sit down. Go ahead, AD. AD, you've been sent to the principal's office.
What would I possibly?
Yeah.
How could I possibly say anything greater than the fact that you guys are amazing for coming out here?
Yeah. Well,
And
we
what
appreciate
guys
you having us out here
every single day to support Husker Nation, and
Right.
what we're rebuilding in Nebraska is amazing. So just hats off to you guys for being part of that story.
Figure a bank of that bottled water out here.
Hey, it's expensive to do deposits these days.
Right. What do you say? Inflation.
Inflation.
In your opinion, how do you think the game's going to go tomorrow?
I think Nebraska is going to win by 21.
Yeah.
I think our defense is going to show up, and I actually think our defense is going to pitch a shutout.
Oh, I like that.
I think you're going to see us start off in the first half. We're going to be about actually, I'm going to up that. I'm going to say a touchdown every quarter, 28-0 Huskers.
I like that.
I got 35-13.
35-13.
I like that. I like all. And listen, if we're all right, I think we'll all be happy come Saturday night about 8:00.
The only reason yours is off is you got a field goal in there.
Well, hey, listen, we're gonna make ours, and they're gonna make one. They're gonna make one late, and then that's what's gonna make it a one-score game.
I agree with you. I think we're going to surprise people. I think we're going to come out. We're going to get a couple of nice field goals, and we'll start getting that ghost back off of
Right.
us.
I think we're systematically gonna give them body blows, and then we're gonna go for the knockout. So
I think we're going into Ohio State 6-1.
I like that. I like that even better. Now, for what we've all been here, we're gonna let you pick the raffle here for the Will Shields jersey to put the bow on Cornhusker Bank Customer Appreciation Tailgate. The signed Will Shields jersey. Go ahead and do the honors.
Well, thank you to the ticket, and thank you to Will Shields. And the winner is Micah Schulte.
Micah Schulte.
Micah Schulte.
Micah Schulte. Is that you?
I know who he is.
He just put
His
it
family
in.
was just here.
They just filled
We
out
know
those
who they
coupons.
are. In fact, is we can. I think they just might have.
Micah. Yeah,
we know who they are.
They just
Micah's
left.
turning around on O Street and coming back. Micah, if you're listening,
They might be.
you better
down
come
there.
back and get this jersey
They-
before it comes up missing.
They might be down there.
Yeah. Micah Schulte, you have won the signed Will Shields jersey.
Wow.
I know from the ticket. We want to thank Cornhusker Bank and everybody here. You guys do it. This is like my third or fourth year I've been out here. You guys do a great customer appreciation day. They do great work out here. I want to thank Dan coming out here and obviously participating. You're always great, and I'm always love seeing you, man. I don't see you enough, but I like seeing you.
I know. Well, I see you on the course every
Yeah.
now and then, but you and Jason always go out before I do.
Yeah.
You guys go too early.
Well, we got to get up and get jobs done.
That's way too early. What time you go out? You go out like 8, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
I got to give you a piece of trivia, though.
All right.
Dan Whitney has never missed one of these tailgates. And we just so appreciate
Yeah.
The cable guys showing up and doing this every year with us and doing life with us. Just means a lot. So not only has the ticket been a great supporter of this, but thank you, Dan, for all the support you've given Cornhusker Bank over the years.
I appreciate you asking me. This is a great bank. It's beautiful. First of
Yeah.
all, this bank is unbelievably beautiful. Everybody is so nice. When you talk about a friendly hometown bank, honestly, you don't get better than Cornhusker Bank. Plus, it's named Cornhusker. I mean, you can't go wrong with
Right.
that.
Yeah, you got no choice to do people right?
Jay, we appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And obviously, listen, every time that we've had it out here, the Huskers are performing
Can
well.
we do this? Let's do this. Let's fill out, everybody, let's fill out a raffle ticket. The winner gets 15 minutes in the vault. Let's do that. Would that be? Can we do that?
I love it, man. I'm gonna put all Jay Foreman's in there and see how much work we can do. I love it, man. We're gonna put a bow on this Friday out here at Cornhusker Bank, Customer Appreciation Day, old school. My man Dan out here. AD was
Thank you,
here.
Jay.
Everybody with the ticket. We appreciate you having out there. Appreciate you listening. And then tomorrow, Huskers will kick butt, but we are signing off right now. Old school. We'll holla at you after the game.